back to PyA Hub. So far, we have learned many important SQL concepts like select, word, order by, aggregates, and group by. Now it's time to practice, okay? So in this video, we will analyze a simple sales dataset and answer some industrial like business questions using SQL. Okay, let's start. So just do our casual things like this. Afterwards, while our DuckDB is live, let's create a new dataset, that is table sales. For that, we need create table and we name it as sales. So here we give the content. Okay, so the contents are order ID, which is integer, and customer name, that is a text, city, also text, then product, also a text, then the amount, we keep it as integer, and the order date. Okay, which is a date. Okay, it's not number, it's date. Okay, so these are the content in our table. Go through it once more time because we can understand whether any spelling mistakes we done it anywhere. Okay, so it's done. Now we created a table called sales here, and we are going to insert some sample data into this. Okay, once more, you need to just make sure you give here date instead of the integer. Okay, date is always in the date format, not in integer format. Okay, now we are going to insert values into it. For that, how many values we need? We need an order ID, customer name, city, product, amount, and order date. Almost 5. Okay, now we are going to do that. Okay, first we give insert. Wherever we do, it's okay. Okay, now we need to insert into the table name is sales values. Here we start with 1, then the customer name is Arun, and let's give the city as Chennai. The item should be product is laptop. Then we can give the amount as 70,000. Okay, then the date should be in 2024, 01 and 10. Okay, so this is our date. Follow this format and fill rest of the values. Okay, so I'm not just lagging it. Because of that, I will write the values and after that, I'll show you. Okay, we can then do one more value, that is second. Then let's name her Meera. Then the city as Mumbai. Also, let's add the amount as 30,000 and the date is 2024, 01 and 12. Okay, now let's add a third one. So afterwards, I will pause the video. Okay, and I'll enter all the data and give you. Okay, so we don't take a lot of time. And then here, I used to give tablet, then 20,000. Which date? Let's give date as 2024 and 01 13. Okay, and here let's give it as, here we didn't give the product name. So after the city, we can provide phone as the next product. So now I enter three values and I want to enter four more values. Okay. So now we inserted four more values and count as 7. Let's run. So there's a mistake. You can understand we added two commas. Let's redo this by just moving our key to that place and delete that comma. That's it. So find out what do we added the extra comma. Erase the position, run it again. Now we inserted all the values. Okay. So now let's call our select staff from sales and understand everything is inserted correctly. Okay. Now I call upon staff from sales. We got 7 values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's first look at the data to understand the structure of the table. Here is our structure. It has order ID, customer name, city, product, amount, order date. So these are the content in our table. Now let's do operations based on our business questions. So it will give much more clarity in what we are doing in SQL and what is the use of SQL. Okay. So now our first question. Our first question is we want the total sales amount. Okay. We need the total sales amount. First you need to think, afterwards we code. Okay. So our um, stakeholder asked us to calculate the total sales amount. And here you can see the amount. Now we know what we want to calculate. We need to calculate the sum. So in SQL, there is a query called sum and can call it as aggregate functions. Okay. So there is sum and we can use it. Okay. So how will you write that? Just wait for a second and think afterwards. You need to write. Okay. Don't just copy. Let your brain think, let your code got an error. Let's sort it out. Okay, so let you think, let you code. Okay, afterwards we will do. So pause the video if you still didn't finish. Okay, so now I'm starting select. We are selecting using the select query. Afterwards we add the sum. Inside that sum we add a parenthesis and we write amount, our column name. Afterwards, we use as total sales. So we know why do we need S. S shows the table name as total sales instead of our default name. Okay, the output table should be in total sales as its name. Okay, and we done this up to here. Afterwards, what will we do? We need to provide from where we are getting the amount. We are getting the amount from the sales table. So from, we need to add sales. Now we got our total sales as almost 31,000, 3 lakh 13,000. Okay. So this calculates the total revenue generated from all the orders. Okay. So we got this number and yeah, you do it. And if you can't do it or you got an error, don't worry. We are just doing it. We are learning. We are on our learning phase. So just follow that. But try yourself first. After that, follow the video. Okay. Now our second question. That is average order value. Now we got the total amount. And here the next question is average order value. That is the average amount. It's just like we took the total sales. Afterwards, they are asking for an average. The same code, but there is a difference in the query after the select. After select, we use sum for total, but for average, we use av. as, okay? And afterwards, we enter the column name and we name it as average order value. And from where we take it from the sales table. Now we get the average order values. Okay, so this shows the average value of the orders. So first of all, we got the total sales, then we get the average order values, and this is it. This is what we get. I know here is a um spelling mistake, but don't worry, we are just taking it like this. Okay, we can just name it as order values. Okay, is it right now? So don't worry when you get a mistake on or when you miss something, we can always add. Okay. And our third question, that is number of orders. So we talk about average, we talk about total, I mean sum. Now we need the number of orders. So to get a number of orders, we need to count. So here also SQL we use count, and we already learned about count. And here I'm select. We are using count star. So it will add or count all the values without ignoring any null values. Okay, because of that we placed star inside as total orders and from sales. Okay, so we got 7 total orders, and this counts how many orders exist in the data set. Okay, so we got some average, then we got count. So we answered 3 questions. Our fourth question, that is sales by city. So we need to know the sales by city. Okay, let's do that. Select. We said we need to know select sales by city. So here we select city, comma sum. Inside that amount. Sales means amount. How many sales? How many amount? And S total sales from sales and group by city. So we don't need a comma here. So now we get the values Chennai, Mumbai, and Delhi. So how this here you can see Chennai, Mumbai, and Delhi many times, right? So it added all the city names together and the city which have the amount. Okay, so it shows cities and same cities and add the amount by grouping each city like Chennai, Mumbai, and Delhi, and added the sales amount of each city and gave it. So this shows how many revenues comes from each city. So Chennai has a 1,43,000, Mumbai has 98, and Delhi has 72. So this is our fourth question, that is sales by city. So each city has a number of sales, and we calculated the amount. Here we calculate the amount because the sales is not properly given here. How many sales is not given here. So we calculate the amount. And our fourth question, sales by product. Now it's sales by city and next is sales by product. Here the sales by product is like we select the product column. After that we add the sum. Inside it we add the amount. Then S total sales, afterwards from, then from sales, then to buy product. Okay, so this helps to identify which product generate the most revenue. Okay, so first one is city, which generate the most revenue, and next was the product. So laptop was the highest revenue product. Okay, It is the product which generates the most revenue. Okay. Now we need the highest order, like the maximum amount. Okay. Highest means maximum. Maximum amount. To find the maximum amount, we get select max. Give the column name as amount. Then S, highest order. Then from the table name sales, we get the maximum amount as 72,000. So this find the highest order value in the dataset. Okay. So we calculated everything from the above. First we created a table. Okay. First we created the table as sales with 5 column names. After six column names. Afterwards, we added the values into this by insert into SQL, and afterwards we calculate some average, count, and max. Also, we sort group by with product and city. So in this video, we covered all this part. These queries are commonly used by data analysts to understand business performance. Now you understand which state has the highest revenue, which product has the highest revenue, and how much is the highest revenue in total. All this. Okay. So in the next episode, we will build a small business report using SQL queries. Okay. Today we learned this, and tomorrow we learn much more better than this. Okay. So I hope it worked for you too, and you understand how and when we need to use all these SQL queries. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.